know your history. And this is the epitome. The Chicano Moratorium, 20,000 people, a peaceful protest, ended in police brutality, ended in the deaths of 3 people, including Ruben Salazar, and yet so few people know about it.
On a very personal level, it is a connection to a time and a place and a movement that was very important to my life. And it was a massing of people from our community around an issue that really put a punctuation mark over what a lot of us were feeling individually. So that was a signal change for us in terms of the way we saw ourselves and the way we saw our society.
This anniversary and these topics that we're exploring are obviously happening at an incredibly weighted and heavy political moment. I was wondering if anyone on the panel could reflect a little bit about how justice happens in a newsroom versus diversity in a newsroom. Are they the same thing?
For me, diversity and inclusion is just like, my eyes just glaze over when I hear those words. It's really about accountability and results. And so what can you do as a group, right, or as an individual, put measures in place, metrics in place to numerically measure these things?
It's so important because it's preposterous that in a city like Los Angeles, only 13% of the newsroom is Latino. Only 11% of the editors and managers are Latinos. It's completely unconscionable. It was different in 1984 when Latinos were a significant minority. We're not a significant minority anymore. We're the plurality of this place. So treat us within the newsroom as that plurality.
What are your thoughts on the quote-unquote pipeline excuse used to justify a lack of diversity in newsrooms?
Well, first of all, there is no pipeline problem. They may not be looking at the right pipe. What I think happens is that oftentimes there's this institutional bias, right? You know, people like to brag about, well, we hired from the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, the Washington Post. Some of the best people out there don't happen to work at those 3 news organizations. I think it looks really promising. I mean, there's so much energy and so much excitement about really doing journalism that counts and that makes a difference.